And welcome everybody to the second night of the RCWE tournament.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring.
Here comes the Cess.
From Los Angeles, California, the show.
A person who doesn't really wrestle that much anymore, just occasionally. More of an interviewer now. Looks like he still thinks of himself as God's gift to graces. If I ever said that right, I have no idea. I know I'm being a little bit quiet here, but really there's not much to say about the Cess either. Big heel, but here comes Kenny Blankenship, one half of the team MXC. Last year, MXC didn't really have a great year. Hopefully this year they actually have like a better chance. As I know already, Kenny Blankenship is the only person who's entered this year's tournament. Vic was unable to enter. Plus Vic is unable to be out here with Kenny today because Red has made a statement that nobody can be at ringside during this tournament. Red wants everything to be fair in these matchups. I mean, considering the first matchup with Darth Vader being at the ringside of Palpatine, pretty much interfering in that, or trying to interfere in that matchup. So Red pretty much made this rule up so that everything will be fair in this tournament. Cess throwing Kenny into the ring rope, but Kenny reverses it into a DDT, going for the cover. 1, 2, and no. Cess back up and wait a sec, I just noticed something. Where the hell did Cess's hair go? I mean, it looks like it's been buzz cut. How the hell did I miss that? Wait, success with a bulldog right off of the top rope, taking down Kenny. And he throws him into the other corner. Gets him with a clothesline, going to the top rope, and gets him into a Hurricane Rana. Oh, it's a Kenny raking the eyes of the Cess and kicking him in the back of the head. And, oh my God. What the hell is Kenny up to? And Kenny shouldn't have gloated like that. That allowed Cess to get back up and knock him down. But Kenny with another DDT. Kenny going for a 450 splash, and he's going for the cover. 1, 2, and Cess kicks out. Now Cess with the Cess factor. Where's that? No, that's not the Cess factor. That's a 5-star drop. How the hell did I mix that up? I guess because the Cess doesn't wrestle that much. I always forget about what his moves are. But I mean, I'm still pretty impressed with the Cess. I mean, he's still able to pull off a great matchup even though he doesn't wrestle that much. And you'd think somebody like that would actually have a title around his waist. I mean, anyway, success going for the cover, but only getting, I think it was a 1 count. Couldn't really hear the referee. Success with a flapjack, straight to the mat, and Kenny back up, kicking him in the gut, getting in behind, getting him in that maneuver, whatever that maneuver is, and going for the cover. 1, 2, oh, but Seth kicks out of it. On a stare down. Success with a bulldog. Seth picking up Kenny, kicking him down. This is a Seth factor. And what the hell is Seth doing? That allowed Kenny some time to recover. Hasn't any wrestler actually learned that if you give them a chance to recover, they'll always get up? And spider suplex off of the top rope, and there's a 450 splash. 2, and no, he's only able to get the 2 count. And Kenny with a Hurricane Rana. 1, 2, and no. And Kenny setting up for the top 10 kick of the day. And he's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Kenny goes on to the round of 16. Yes, Kenny Blankenship is going on to the round of 16. I think this is the first time in our tournament that pretty much a lower known tag team member has gone on into the round of 16. Like, I'm not counting any of the Mario Brothers. I mean, yes, they've gone on, but they're pretty much legends in this business. I mean, any lower named tag teams, I don't think have gone on. We're now moving things on to the ECW ring. For our next RCWE match, tournament matchup. Here comes one of the tag team champions. Member of the Animation Domination, a group that's just been so dominant, very dominant in this match, in their matchups. They've taken down, like, how many members of Matt Groening's crew? The only ones they haven't gotten is Bill J. Fry and Homer Simpson. Right now, Lenny and Carl have been suspended for a year. They'll soon be back. I believe it is in September or October when they'll be back. They've taken out Kid Mo. Those were the only pretty much major members of Matt Groening's crew. Since all 3 of them were Simpsons characters. Yes, this is a matchup between Stan Smith and John Locke. And here's what's interesting. For John Locke, I mean, back at the 400th episode, he was confronted by the Doctor about the fact that trying to figure out why a future version of him would come back and try to help him. The Doctor obviously seemed a little bit pissed off with that. I mean, even accusing him where the future version went to and how he actually got, how he actually came to the past. He's like, here, Stan, going for that curb stomp! And Stan, setting up for the American Attitude Adjustment. And he connects with it! Stance. Why he was saluting there after that American Attitude Adjustment, but John Locke came back, got right back up, and Stan was surprised by that, even though he really shouldn't be, because you know how much damage John Locke can take. And this is all going back to that John Locke Siler matchup. Back at our first, I believe, yeah. Back at our first All or Nothing. And Locke misses with a clothesline. Stan with a neck breaker. Stan going to the top rope, but couldn't connect with that maneuver. And now Locke getting in the STF, but he's too close to the ropes.
2, 3.
And waiting till a 3 count to break it up. And now Locke up onto Stan, getting in several punches. I think, as I was saying earlier, but John Locke and the Doctor. I mean, John Locke, wait a sec, here it is! The 815 down! The 815 down onto Stan Smith. 1, 2, and no, he's only able to get the 2 count. And yes, as I was saying before I got cut off there, before I cut myself off, John Locke said it was because of the island, and pretty much the Doctor just didn't buy that explanation. I mean, actually, in any case, anybody who's ever watched Lost, well, yeah, it's kind of one of the more out there things about time travel. It makes sense in Lost, but for an island to do that, well, yeah. And if I get it in the comments, well, it's because of the electromagnetism. That doesn't necessarily mean that it allows for time travel. I'm not saying that Lost is a bad show. I mean, yes, it sure does jump the shark pretty much every episode, but that's how Lost was. I think it was just meant to be as a... I think it was just pretty much meant to be... over the top sort of stuff, just so it would keep our attention. And yeah, I'll quit talking about that and get back focused on this match here. John Locke back up and punching the heck out of the abdomen of Stan Smith. Stan with a punch right to the face. Now John Locke with an armbar, but he's too close to the ropes once again, but once again he's not letting go until at least the 3 count. And Locke knocks him down. As he had him in that corner and just kicking him, and Stan Smith reverses him, tackles him in the corner. And Stan gets in behind, getting several kidney shots. It's obviously a good thing to do with John Locke is work on the back. I mean, John Locke did break his back several years ago. That's all because his father pushed him out of a building. I forget whether or not it was a 3rd story or 5th story. I can't remember. Wait a sec, Stan Smith gets him up into the American Attitude Adjustment just out of nowhere. Stan Smith was pretty... And 1, 2, and no! Only getting the 2 count. And as I was going to say, Stan Smith was trying to play coy there by faking that he was tired after the... I forget what he was doing, but he blocked the attack and went for the attitude adjustment just out of nowhere, just pretty much Cena-like. John Locke jumping on top of him and going for a monkey flip. Locke heading up to the top rope, and I have no idea what that is called, but it had very little effect on Stan. And John Locke back up. And Luthez present, just punching the heck out of Stan Smith. John with a punch right to the head of Stan, getting in behind. Stan punches him in the face, kicks him in the gut, and John gets in behind, going for it, the backbreaker! John Locke got the backbreaker onto Stan Smith and going for the cover. 1, 2, and no, only getting a 2 count. John Locke throws him into the corner, slams his head, jumps up on top, and knocks him down with a double cross chop, all while flying off of that top rope. Throws him into the corner, but Stan reverses it into a bulldog. Stan, I'm pretty surprised he's lasting this long in this matchup. I mean, there's no surprise that John Locke can last this long. But I mean, Stan Smith, I don't think I've ever seen him last this long in a matchup before. Maybe against Niku, but I don't think in any other matchups he's ever lasted this long. John missing a Missing a punch right to the... And Wasek stands, setting up for that boot to the face. That big old American boot. Wasek. Stan going for a submission hold. Oh, but John reverses him. Stan taking out that leg. Blocks the punch. Stan blocks it back, but John... They keep blocking punches until John knocks him down. Oh, and a poke right to the eyes of John Locke. Stan picks him up for... I believe that's a neck breaker, and John Locke back up. Misses with that clothesline, and Stan picks him up for the American Attitude Adjustment. One, two, three, and this one's over. And Stan Smith actually goes on into the tournament. One of the two members of the Animation Domination have gone on into the tournament. This is Zyron 13 saying, seeing you next time in the RCWE tournament. Where two more matches will determine who goes on to into the round of 16.